Hi, it's Ingrid. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's time for another TBR video. Today I will be picking my March TBR. Again, same as always. I have my prompt jar filled with some prompts. Wait, I was gonna fill it up. I forgot about that. I'm gonna make a few more notes because I've got some more ideas. I'm gonna put those in here. And then we're gonna start picking out my TBR. Every month I put the ones I've picked out in a separate box so that I don't repeat them. And as always, I have my TBR cart and I also have those two shelves over there. So hopefully we end up with a good TBR this month. So I've tried to mix them, like the old and the new ones. I think I'm going to pick 7, possibly 8 books. This month I've read 5 books and are currently reading a 6th one. And I didn't start reading until the 12th. So I think 7 books should be possible to read. Yeah, I've read 5 books in half a month. So now that I'm starting early, and March 1st is on a Friday, but I don't have school on Fridays, so I have like the whole weekend to start reading. So I have my little jar here and I'm gonna pick the first prompt. Let's see what it says. I am trying to talk while doing this so I don't have to edit it out. A Norwegian book is what it says. I don't know if you can read it. I don't think I'm even going to attempt to show them to you. No, it doesn't work. Most of my books are in English. I just don't like reading in Norwegian. I have a few. I have 2 Tracy Rees books. They are not originally Norwegian, but they are published in Norwegian. Other than that, I have a series somewhere. Where is it? It might be on the other side. I don't want to turn this around because it's on the carpet and that's just hard to do. But I have these 2 books are Norwegian. This is a Norwegian crime series, I think. The first book in the series about Alex Storm. I'm gonna try to translate this as best as possible. I just read through it and I'm not completely sure how to do it. But I think he has a family and it says after a life as an outsider, like squished between 2 cultures, finally everything has fallen into place. But destiny doesn't want that. Like the tax people are after him and he's like playing poker or something and that has gone too far, and if he doesn't pay he'll go bankrupt and lose everything, and desperation leads him on a path he thought he'd never choose. That seems interesting. This one is a documentary, I think, written as it's fiction. Originally my mother bought this because it looked interesting, but then she started reading it and realized it was a true story and she didn't want it anymore. But honestly, I think I'm going to choose this one. So that's my first pick. I don't know if you can see it if I put it here, but I'll try. On to prompt number 2. Hopefully this is a good one. I would like to not read a very big book, and preferably in English. A book you thrifted. I'm not happy. I have a few, but I'm also stupid and have some problems with them. It's just me overreacting, but for some reason I feel like they're disgusting because other people have touched them, and I washed them. After I bought them, I got a washcloth and I wiped them down so they're clean. I just don't like the idea of touching something someone else have touched. But I think I'm going to save this for last and go over to that shelf because that's over there and I don't want to do that right now. Or maybe I should just... I'm gonna do that last. No, never mind. I'm gonna forget about it. I'm gonna go do it now. And hopefully I'll find something good. I have decided I'm gonna do En mann med navn Ove. A man called Ove. It's been really popular recently. But this is a pretty old book, I think, because I watched this movie years ago. The original one, not the remake. But when was this published? I know it's not new. 2013? I thought it was older. But yeah, this one is also in Norwegian. 2 Norwegian books in... The book is in Norwegian, I'm just gonna preface that. It's a Swedish book, but this one is translated to Norwegian. Like, I just don't like reading in Norwegian. But it's fine, since both of these are written by Scandinavian authors. I'm okay with reading them in Norwegian. Like any of these, I wouldn't buy those in Norwegian. But I guess this is what I'm choosing. I don't know exactly what it's about. I know it's a man and he's a little angry. He's like a grump. Yeah, he's usually a grump. He got fired from like a leader position, and then he just meddles into everything until he gets some new neighbors, and it's like a heartwarming story. I remember watching the movie, I remember falling asleep, and that's all I remember about this. But I guess it's a good book, so I'm gonna rate it this month. Book number 3. This one. AI chooses. I don't know if I want to do like ChatGPT or if I want to do like the Snapchat AI. And I'm not completely sure how I'm going to do that, so I think I'm going to save that one for last. Because I need to figure out if I'm just going to ask them to pick a book or if I'm going to give them like prompts or something. Book number 4. The other ones are falling out. Some of these are like too hard to open because they're too small. A book you DNF'd. I feel like I haven't DNF'd too many books. I did DNF Cersei, but I'm not planning on reading that again. I DNF'd The Last Dragon King, but I'm never gonna pick that one up. It's A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. After trying to read it for 2 months, I just decided to DNF it. But honestly, I think it might have been because I was in a slump, because I don't think the book is bad. I was just bored and couldn't get through it. But I'm gonna go get that book because I think that's gonna be my choice. Because I don't really have that many options. I do have Beach Read, but that's a soft DNF. Maybe that counts as a DNF as well. Beach Read by Emily Henry. I did not DNF this with the intention of not reading it. I just had to stop because I wanted to film some other videos. But I'm very ready to pick this one back up because I really did enjoy it. And like I said, it wasn't because it was bad, I just had other videos to film. But this one is about 2 authors who are like struggling to finish their books, so they switch genres and try to write each other's. And they also went to uni together, so they kind of know each other, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be a romance. So far I'm really enjoying it, but I'm very excited to continue. So I think this is a good pick for this month, because I probably would have picked it up anyways. It's time for the 5th prompt. A book that has been on your TBR for more than a year. That's a good one, since I'm trying to get through my TBR this month. Well, this year. I think I have a system here. I think these are bought before 2023. These ones are bought early 2023, I think. Not those, but the rest of them. And the ones on the back. On the bottom one, I have like seconds or thirds and like out in series that I haven't gotten to yet, and obviously I can't pick those ones up. On the second shelf on the back, I have books published. No, books. Did it say bought? Yeah, books that I bought on the second half of 2023. I'm gonna have to... When did I buy these books? I think my safest bet is to go with one of these down here, because then I can be sure that I actually had them for over a year. Otherwise I'm gonna have to look through my Snapchat memories, I think. Maybe I have them on Goodreads. I think I've had the Hawthorne Legacy for more than a year. I'm gonna check. my want to read on Goodreads. It's the end of February, so I need to scroll all the way down to February 2023 to see. Here we go. I could do the fine print, but I don't really want to do that yet. I kind of want to read the Dirty Air series first, because I own all those. I could do 9,000, but I also want to finish the Grishaverse first. The Silent Patient is a very popular book. Yeah, I bought the Hawthorne Legacy January last year, so that's more than a year. I think that might be my pick. I'm going to look through this just to be sure. You know what? I changed my mind. I'm doing a video for beach read and book lovers, so this is going to be my pick for the book that has been on my TBR for more than a year. I bought this in November 2022. I'm actually not sure what this is about. Nora is a cutthroat literary agent at the top of her game. Her whole life is books. Charlie is an editor with a gift for creating bestsellers and is Nora's work nemesis. Nora has been through enough breakups to know she's the one men date before finding their happily ever after. To prevent another dating dud, Nora's sister persuades her to swap her city desk for a month's holiday in Sunshine Falls. It's a small town straight out of a romance novel, but instead of meeting sexy lumberjacks, handsome doctors or cute bartenders, Nora keeps bumping into Charlie. Sounds interesting, and I'm really enjoying Emily Henry's writing in Beach Read, so I'm excited to get to this one as well. And since I'm reading those both books in the same video, it's actually kind of perfect that I picked that one right now. I have chosen 4 books, so with my AI prompt I have 5 in total. So I'm gonna choose 2 or 3 more. I'm gonna try to open this. This is a long one. No, it's not. Maybe I just cut way too much paper. I can't open it. A sports romance. Now this could... I had a few options. I could do Throttled. Is that the first book in the Dirty Air series? But that means starting a new series. I could also do Wildfire, because does that count as a sports romance? Because I know that the Maple Hill series that it's a part of, Icebreaker, was a hockey romance, and the main character in this is a part of the hockey team. But this is set on a camp, so I don't think they're actually going to be playing any sports, so maybe not that one. I don't think I have any other sports. Flawless? Wait, I need to figure this out. I'm going to figure out how many sports romances I have, and then I'm going to come back. I found a book. I'm choosing The Cheat Sheet by Sarah Adams. This will be my first Sarah Adams book. I've heard a lot about her. I know she's very loved, and her books are extremely popular. This is about a football player and a ballerina who got injured, I think. So now she owns a dance studio, and she's in love with her best friend and accidentally spills a secret to a reporter, and now they have to fake date. And fake dating, obviously a good trope, and I love that. And I think this isn't smutty. I think that all of Sarah Adams' books are like closed door. That's what I've heard. I haven't read them yet, but I'm not completely sure, but I think so. And recently I haven't been into the whole smut thing. I don't want a spicy book, so this is perfect. So I'm gonna choose this one, and hopefully I enjoy Sarah Adams as much as everyone else does. Next one. I'm hoping this is a good one. I don't have any fantasy this month. I don't know what's up with that. A soft DNF. The only soft DNF. Wait. No, because I finished those. The only soft DNF I have is Beach Read, but I only picked that for a DNF. I wasn't expecting to get both. I don't think I have any other books. I mean, technically Shatter Me, I've already read it, but I started rereading it for a video. Then I didn't want to film that video, so I stopped, and then I was just gonna film the video later. But maybe I'm gonna have to pick Shatter Me back up this month. I guess that's our only option. Everyone knows what this is about. This is about Juliet, who gets taken away from her family because she kills everyone she touches. So she gets like locked away. She meets another boy who gets locked up with her. Things happen. I'm not going to talk too much about it because I don't want to spoil it. But it's a very good book. I rated it 5 stars the first time I read it. And then I wanted to reread it for a video of me reading the entire Shatter Me series. So hopefully that happens this month. I feel like I have 3 romances. Shatter Me is an easy read. And I feel like the Norwegian books are going to be pretty easy. So I'm going to pick another one. Is this 1 or 2? It's 1. Good. Finish a series. I don't think I have that many options. I have my book journal, so I'm going to open my series tracker. And we're going to see... This is my series tracker. Like, I don't know, does this count like a finish a series? Because I have like book number 4 in the Poirot series, but that doesn't really finish it though, even though that's my last book. But my options, in the Grishaverse, I could finish the King of Scars duology by reading Rule of Wolves, but I still have like 2 minor books in that series, the whole Grishaverse, but I don't know which way I'm supposed to count it. Or I could do One of Us Is Back, but I don't own that and I don't want to buy another book. Things We Left Behind, the last book in the Knockout series, but I'm not really feeling it. I could do Iron Flame. Like, when I'm finishing a series, I'm counting the books that have already been published, so I know that the series is going to be longer, but since that's the last book that's out, counting that. But I don't want to read Iron Flame either. So I think, well, I have Wildfire and It Starts With Us. I don't want to do that though. So I think Wildfire it is. I don't have a single fantasy this month, but this is about another person on the hockey team from Icebreaker, and they go on a camp. They've had a one-night stand and then they meet each other again at this camp, and I think the whole point is that they are not allowed to be together on camp. Yeah, Russ doesn't want to risk heading home early, but Aurora has never been one for rules. As things heat up, they'll have to resist or risk starting something they just can't stop. It does sound interesting. I wasn't the biggest fan of Icebreaker, so I don't know how I'm gonna feel about this. Do like the cover though. But I think my main problem with Icebreaker was the female main character. I just didn't like her. I couldn't stand her, to be honest. So hopefully this one is a little bit better. I have 7 books over here. It's gonna be 8 with the AI chooses thing. I'm gonna try to figure out how to do that, and then I'm gonna get back to you. Like, I think I'm gonna do like ask ChatGPT or something. I feel like that's a little more reliable than the Snapchat AI. I don't know, like, should I just ask it to pick out a book, or do I ask for a prompt, or do I ask for a trope? Or a genre, maybe? I'm gonna figure that out and see how it works. Okay, I'm gonna try to make you stand on my bed, because usually I put you on my laptop, but I'm using that right now. So I think I'm gonna try to ask it for a book, but it's very unlikely to give me a book I own, and I'm not buying a book. So I'm gonna write, can you pick my next read? Okay, of course. I'd be happy to help you pick your next read. To better assist you, could you please provide me with some information? What genre or type of book are you interested in reading? Do you have any favorite authors or books that you've enjoyed in the past? Is there a specific mood or theme you're in the mood for? Are you looking for fiction or non-fiction? I don't want to give an author because I'm probably gonna get a book from that author then. But I think definitely fiction. So it gave me The Ocean at the End of the Lane by Neil Gaiman, however. But I don't own that, and I'm not buying a book. So maybe I should ask for a genre, and then a color, and then match those. That's a good idea. Can you pick a book genre for me to read? Historical fiction. Are you stupid? I think this is like... I want to start a new chat. Not one that I like ruined. Because it started giving me book recommendations and that's not what I asked for. You pick a genre for me to read. Okay, it still gave me historical fiction but did not give me a book recommendation this time, so I guess it's meant to be. Of course, how about trying out some historical fiction? It can transport you to different times and places while still providing engaging storytelling. Whether you're interested in ancient civilization, medieval Europe, or any other historical period, there's a wealth of stories waiting to be explored in this genre. Let me know if you'd like any recommendations within historical fiction. What is historical fiction? Do I have any historical fiction? I feel like I don't read historical fiction. I don't like that. But I'm gonna Google this one book and check if that's historical fiction. Yes, it is. So I'm gonna ask for a color. Can you pick a color? Turquoise. This is the closest thing I have to turquoise. No, my god. Bridgerton is historical fiction, isn't it? I've been putting that book off for so long, but that's the only turquoise historical fiction I own. I was hoping it was gonna say red so I could choose Hitler's Secret. But there's no historical fiction back there. And I have Hitler's Secret, which is red and black. I have V2, but that's more of like a darker grayer blue. Bridgerton 2, The Viscount Loved Me, second book in the Bridgerton series. I'm not a fan of historical fiction, but here we are. So I guess that's my last choice for this. "1814 promises to be another eventful season, but not, this author believes, for Anthony Bridgerton, London's most elusive bachelor, who has shown no indication that he plans to marry. And in all truth, why should he? When it comes to playing the consummate rake, nobody does it better." Lady Whistledown Society Papers, April 1894. 1814. That's my last pick. I don't like historical fiction. I don't want to read historical fiction. But I don't want to cheat either. And it gave me historical fiction twice. I tried to like find a loophole and get out of it, but it would not let go. So should I just do an overview over all of the books? I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get them. I hurt my toe. Oh my god. So, every book that I will be reading this next month, I'm gonna try to stick to my TBR because I like crossing it off in my book journal. The Viscount Who Loved Me by Julia Quinn, Wildfire by Hannah Grace, Shatter Me. Love this book. I'm excited to read it again. The Cheat Sheet by Sarah Adams, my first Sarah Adams book, so hopefully it's good. Hopefully it lives up to the hype. Book Lovers by Emily Henry. Beach Read by Emily Henry. En man med namn Ove, Fredrik Backman. En perfekt storm, Butler and Grim Walker. That's everything on my March TBR. Let's hope I get some good reading vlogs out of this. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace out, lovers.